In the distance, a bear. Welcome to Encounter Building the Bear Method. I'm John from Dumbest DnD, and today we're going to take a look at one way that we build encounters for D&D 5e. Now, you can use this for any TTRPG where there is a random encounter, but this is one method where we have found it to be helpful over time. We'll go through a lot of different bits for this, but the way that I approach this is you can think of it as in the distance, a bear. Another way is using bear as an acronym, which is bears eat adventurers readily. So, both of these in mind, the way that I approach this is there's something in the distance. The party is wandering through the woods, they're wandering through the plains, fields, whatever it may be, and they see something. Insert creature, insert monster, insert whatever it may be. In this case, in the distance, a bear. And so a bear, what's it doing? Is it normal? So we can think, okay, maybe this is normal. It's wearing a fez. Why is that? What is the reason for it doing that? We have no idea. It's wounded. It's got cubs. So we're thinking of, as they're approaching, what is some interaction? What is a reason that this is happening, or a reason that they may see this bear? From each of these, you can then branch off even further. Is it aggressive, or is it gentle? Is it going to talk to them? We'll add one more here. It is singing. Why? And so that's what this next row is going to be. Like, why is it doing what it's currently doing? It's wounded. What is it wounded by? Of rock. Clawed it up bad. Okay, well, what is the party going to do about that? Are they even going to interact with it? Thinking through this next phase, you can continue on, and let's kind of run with this one. So, of rock clawed it up bad. If the party uses animal handling or speak with animals, if you have a druid in your party, then they can find out the rock is bad. Why is the rock bad? That's up to you. A lot of different reasons that a rock could be bad. It is bad. But why? And so already you can see, like, this tree is getting built out pretty far, and we have a lot of different ways that you're creating this random encounter. And that's the whole point of the bear method, is that there's a million different ways that this could go, and it's all based on a bear that is in the woods along the venturing party's path, and you can extend this as far as it needs to go. Let's say it's singing. Turns out it's a druid. No, I guess a druid in wild shape wouldn't be able to sing. It's communicating in bear noises is singing. So, I don't know, maybe it's like Wild Sheep Chase, where the mage has accidentally been turned into a sheep and eats something that you're able to hear them speak. Let's go with it's wearing a fez. Okay, why is that? It escaped from a nearby circus. Okay. Did it do so willingly? Was it shooed away? Shoot away. Actively escaped. Was no longer needed and freed. So if it was no longer needed and freed, why is that the case? The circus is out of money. Yeah, not terrible. Ridiculous elephant accident. Sprayed peanuts at the king who has a nut allergy. And so he's shutting them down. The bear's dance was bad. Maybe it was a trained bear that was supposed to dance, and it, couldn't quite get the breakdancing part down, so they said, hey, we don't need you anymore, and they set it free. So in each of these cases, you're still trying to understand, okay, what's the motivation for this bear? And if my party interacts with it, how will it respond? Now, some parties will be cautious and they will take a look and try to understand what's going on with the bear, and you'll get through more of these trees. But other parties will immediately be like, I attacked the bear. I want that pelt. I need that bear hide. So every party is going to be a little different in this regard. But that's where you can play with it's singing, or it's doing something abnormal like wearing a fez, or it's wounded, and you appeal to the emotional side of the party depending on what alignment they have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else with this one that I wanted to go through. Really, you just play this out. You continue going down the tree. In the distance, a bear. We already have almost 25 different routes that you can go with this. So let's say it's singing, has been granted voice by let's say a dryad. The dryad is bad. The dryad is good. And obviously, in your TTRPG, it's never black and white, right? There's always different shades there, and the more shades you have, the more interesting the encounters and the more interesting the NPCs and characters can become. So remember that as you're building out these different threads, that it's very easy to get caught up in, oh, this person's good, this person is bad. But you want the party to have to deal with the moral ambiguity of, if I help this bear, is it going to do good? Is it going to do evil? Is it going to hurt us as soon as we help it? So if it's wounded, let's go back over here and we think about its foot is in a trap. Okay, who put the trap there? Trappers, bad trappers. But the trappers are just trying to put food on the table. They're just trying to survive. Or part of a pelt ring. It smuggles rare pelts. Who knows? Could be any of this. But from one simple concept, in the distance, a bear, you can start to build out all these different trees and get a real understanding. And you can use this multiple times. Like, now that you have your tree built out and you've started to think through what is the interaction that is most likely to happen, you can use this over and over and over again. And honestly, you can use the same tree. You can continue to do so with a bear, or you can swap it out for another creature. And at that point, you've just got unlimited encounters that are based on one or several creatures. There are also different kinds of bears that you could roll with. So even if it's in the Arctic, you have a polar bear. A lot of different options. So I don't know. Hopefully this is helpful for getting the creative juices flowing. This is Whimsical, by the way. Whimsical is kind of my primary tool when I'm thinking through and building out flowcharts. Just makes it really easy to do so. And we're not affiliated with them by any means, but I pretty consistently use Whimsical because they have a free tier. So hopefully you got something out of this. I'm trying these out. Let's see if folks like them at all. If you don't, let me know why. If you do, also let me know that, and we'll continue to try and make some of these throughout the year, just as we're thinking through encounters that we're building ourselves, and any frameworks that you can start to use to make it easier for your games. So that's all I've got for now. Thanks again for watching. Till next time, roll high and stay ridiculous.